Did you leave, and this is your son, you said? Okay.
Michael Clohessy believed he was only leaving for a moment, that his son was fine, safe, but he would soon realize that this complacency had put the child in real danger. This true crime story begins in a Walmart parking lot, where a door was locked, a key was missing, and a police call rendered all excuses meaningless.
So, did you leave your son in the vehicle?
Yeah, I did.
Yes?
I didn't understand.
Father visiting from Colorado who left his 6-year-old son inside a parked vehicle while he went shopping at a Walmart in Albuquerque. Although it was around 80 degrees outside, they stressed that internal temperatures can climb much higher. Officers note the child appeared flushed after being alone in the vehicle for roughly 20 minutes. Police arrive on scene and detain the father.
Hi!
Hey, gentlemen, come on, how are you?
Police department, go ahead and step on out. You're detained and not free to leave. That's why. Separate your feet. Any weapons on you that I need to be aware of?
They're detaining me.
Any weapons on you that I need to be aware of, sir?
Well, I haven't done nothing wrong. Myself.
Go ahead and put your arms behind your back for now. Who are you on the phone with? His mom? And just because I'm by myself, I'm not facing my handcuffs, okay? Is that your significant other? Okay.
We have 42688. 42688. 1046.
The officers noticed that the father didn't seem to realize the seriousness of the situation through a brief phone call with the child's mother. Store security and employees describe how the situation was discovered.
Who was alerted about this?
So they had received complaints by several customers, and then also he had been patrolling the parking lot and noticed the little boy in here and that he had been out here for a long time. So as soon as he called it on the radio, came out to check on him to make sure the little boy was okay.
Who was receiving complaints?
The security.
And the gentleman, the AFR, they didn't pick the kiddo out or anything?
Not that I see.
The customer noticed the child alone in the car and alerted security. Security monitored the vehicle, confirmed it had been parked for an extended period, and contacted police. Police confirmed the vehicle was off and locked when they arrived.
So 20 minutes
Yeah,
from the time the vehicle parked to the time that you guys made contact with it?
I called you guys around 16:22, and he walked in at 16:03.
He walked in at 16:03,
Yeah.
and then you called at 16:22. Did you come out here at any point?
Yeah.
Did you notice if the vehicle was on or off?
It was off the entire time we were here.
Okay.
I even had my car.
Yes. Let me just hand this back to him real quick. Thank you.
An officer speaks directly with the child. The child says he feels okay and explains he was playing video games while waiting. He confirms his father went inside the store. The father returns from the store carrying items and places them inside the vehicle before getting in. Officers observe his behavior and continue documenting the encounter. Police read the father his Miranda rights. Although visibly displeased, he agrees to answer questions.
So you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court. You have the right to talk with an attorney before and during questioning.
But even though he was less than pleased, he was willing to do a police interview.
So as I've already told you, we were dispatched here. There were some employees that contacted us advising that there was a child inside of a vehicle. The vehicle was turned off. He appeared red in color and there is no adults present. Can you explain to me how you got here today?
We drove here. We just left the trampoline place.
Okay. Did you leave, and this is your son, you said? Okay. So, did you leave your son in the vehicle?
Yeah, I did.
Yes?
I didn't understand. I didn't know it was against the law to leave my son. You know, I asked him if he wanted to come in. He's like, no, I want to do the Riblex thing, put the Riblex on us. We bought the Riblex gift cards to do the Riblex stuff.
Does it give a form of a gift card?
Yeah, it's like one of those games like the
The
Riblex thing.
Yep.
Because he spent thousands the other week on my credit card. So we bought him gift cards. So he wanted
Gotcha.
to stay in the car and do that. So I know it's Albuquerque. I'm not from here. So I cracked the windows. And it's not stinking hot. I was in there maybe 10, 15 minutes.
You were in there for over 20 minutes.
I didn't keep time. But I know I was in and out. We were just getting an oil change. Surprised his mom with an oil change. Because that's her car. I certainly didn't put my son in danger whatsoever. I mean, I'm a good father, man. That's my son. He talked to my son.
The father states he did not know leaving a child in a vehicle was illegal. He explains his son wanted to stay inside to use gift cards for a mobile game.
What was the reasoning for not just taking the child inside of the store with you?
Just because he said he didn't want to go in.
Okay.
And I
And
said,
how old is he?
He's nearly 7. He's 6.
So he's 7 years. He's 6.
Six
So
years.
he's only 6 years old,
Yeah.
meaning he's in kindergarten.
Yeah.
Okay. So who makes the decisions?
Well, I do.
Right. So even if he didn't want to,
I understand, and
Right.
honestly, like I said, I didn't realize. Look, I understand if he was a baby, yeah, it's a lot different. Like leaving a dog in the car with the windows up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I honestly, otherwise I would have taken him in.
okay.
You know, like I honestly didn't think running into the store real quick, you know, was going to be that hurtful or, you know what I mean, like cause that much of a problem. I really didn't.
Sure.
Otherwise I would have taken my son in there.
The father claims he cracked the windows and believed the conditions were safe. The father explains he removed the keys and locked the vehicle due to concerns about theft in Albuquerque.
Did you leave the keys in the vehicle?
No.
The
I took him
vehicle
out
was
for the
turned off?
reason. Yeah, I took him out for a reason because it's Albuquerque.
An officer points out the contradiction, acknowledging danger in the area while leaving a child unattended.
So you take the vehicles out of the car for a reason because it's Albuquerque, but you leave the child in it.
Well, yeah, that doesn't make sense, does it? But
Okay, I just wanted to
yeah,
clarify
yeah.
that.
Officers continue questioning the father about custody.
And how does that work as far as custody? Do you guys have joint custody?
We have 50-50 legal custody. She has like more physical custody.
More physical custody? Okay.
He explains he lives in Colorado, is visiting, and has shared legal custody with the mother holding primary physical custody. The father says he arrived in New Mexico the day before and planned to leave after a school-related event. He explains he entered Walmart to purchase oil change supplies. As you just heard, he was visiting his son after moving down from Colorado. Based on what has been presented, it's possible he wasn't fully aware of the seriousness of his actions. Police explain that locking the vehicle and taking the keys demonstrates awareness of danger. They state the appropriate action would have been bringing the child into the store.
At the end of the day, we have a minor child locked in a vehicle in May, okay? As you stated, you locked the vehicle and took the keys because it was Albuquerque, which shows to me that you know that there's a level of danger in this city that needs to be addressed, okay? So a child, whether it's a 1-year-old or a 6-year-old, you acknowledge that there is some sort of danger in this city, so much so that you decided to lock the vehicle and take the keys, right?
Well, I locked the vehicle anytime I left the car.
Okay.
Can you go make sure his mom is coming on her way? She should
Yes,
be on her
sir.
way.
Do you happen to know the number off the top of your head, or do you need to get it from your phone? But from the phone call that I heard, it sounded like you already told her to come
Yeah, I
here.
just want to make sure she's coming. I'm sure she is.
Okay. What should we expect her to be coming in?
I have no idea.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Okay. I'll work on it.
While his father was detained in the back of the patrol car, the 6-year-old boy remained calm and composed, waiting for his mother to pick him up.
Buddy, do you know your mom's phone number? Let's see. I'm going to see if I can call mom, okay? Because I think she was going to be on the way to come pick you up. Is that okay? Yeah?
And then copy of the phone, would you be able to? I can't pick me up.
Because we're in the car, huh? Yeah, we're going to maybe have to figure out how to pick mom up. Because this is mom's car.
Some dates.
CACU. It's useless, so I got a hold of well, she's like, I don't think you have enough for felony. You definitely have misdemeanor. But you can call the DA. And so the DA, she's pretty on board with it. She says she just wants to look something up real quick and she'll call me back. So,
101
okay. We're going to call mom now. I just want to call mom.
The child provides his mother's phone number. Officers attempt to call but encounter battery issues and work to restore communication. While detained, the father becomes increasingly agitated.
You look a little sweaty. Do you want me to put the air conditioner on back here?
No, I'm a little upset.
Okay, cool.
You still have my son sitting in a car.
Yeah.
You guys are getting on me for having him sitting in a car, and you
Vehicle's
still
on.
having him sit there.
Vehicle's on.
Vehicle's on. The air conditioner wasn't working when it's on. It's hybrid, darling. It's
Okay, so-
hybrid, so it doesn't work.
Perfect.
So it
So
just
then-
blows hot air.
So then you're confirming that he should have never been in there unattended.
Well, you got the car. At least I don't have hot air blowing on him.
Okay. There's no need to get defensive with me, okay?
No, I'm a little upset. I mean, do you blame me?
No, I don't blame you. but I have a job to do nonetheless.
I understand, but that's just blowing hot air.
Okay.
It's a hybrid car. So unless the car is actually running, the engine is running, the air conditioning doesn't work.
Perfect. Oh, you're only confirming to me that the child should have never been in there,
Oh my
period.
God.
Officers maintain a calm tone, reiterating that the presence of law enforcement fundamentally changes the safety conditions. Police successfully reached the child's mother by phone. She confirms she is on her way to the location.
Hi, is this Selena? Hi, Selena. This is Officer Alicia with the Albuquerque Police Department. How are you doing, ma'am? No complaints. I know you somewhat know what's going on. Were you on your way to the store here at Walmart? Fair enough. It's going to be the one off of Carlisle and Manal. Perfect. Essentially, yes. I'll explain more to you when you get here, but for the most part, yes, ma'am. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Bye-bye.
The mother arrives and is briefed on the situation, and it's safe to say she has a lot to tell about her ex-husband. Officers inform her that in taken into custody is likely following consultation with the district attorney.
Are you aware that he's like on some kind of probation or something in Colorado?
I did not know that.
So, real quick, he's from Australia and he got deported here. And
weird place to get.
He has trafficking charges in Colorado, like 3 of them. And so he's about to be sentenced, I believe, on the 29th, if what he told me is true.
Okay.
So he's my son's father and we have a custody agreement, but
Sure.
I don't think that he's supposed to be here necessarily.
Okay.
So it might turn into something a little bit more. But again, we all make choices. So
Sure.
I tried to help him come here and be a parent, and so.
Child Protective Services involvement is explained as standard procedure. Officers clarify this does not automatically imply fault on the mother. The mother asks about retrieving her keys and the father's belongings. Officers state the process is ongoing.
Is there any way that I can get my keys back, and then if he wants to?
The keys, I turn the cars on right now. They're in the ignition.
Okay, and is he taking all his stuff with him, or is there a chance for him to give me his personal items?
So just bear with me on that because I'm still in the process of everything.
Okay.
I did get the yes from the district attorneys that it does meet the state statute for child abuse. I just need to go review footage real quick before I make that confirmation for myself.
Before transport, officers allow the father to briefly say goodbye to his son. The child does not appear distressed.
And he was asking, but I'm going to let you make this decision. Do you want him to say goodbye?
Is he crying?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Just so that he knows. Yeah, if he starts getting kind of.
Thank you, buddy. Yeah, it's totally up to you. If not,
Dad's gonna be on it.
he's going to come now, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and turn this off just because it has a low battery and put it with your property.
Thank you very much. Okay.
The father is formally arrested on one count related to failure to ensure a child's safety. Booking occurs on May 26th, followed by release on May 29th. Court records later show the father pleaded not guilty. Separate records indicate he is currently serving a 4-year sentence in Colorado on unrelated charges, with an earliest release date listed as April 2027. The incident ended with Michael Clohessy's arrest, while the 6-year-old boy calmly waited for his mother to pick him up, a contrast that left many speechless. Only when handcuffed did he begin to realize that ignorance is never a valid excuse when a child's safety is at risk. In this true crime story, the lesson is clear. Children should never be left alone in a car, even for a few minutes, and adults have a responsibility to put children's safety above all personal convenience. Thank you for watching, and see you tomorrow on Liu Crime Case.